1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Those vegan guys.
I thank you. Hello there, I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
And we are
Those Vegan Guys.
Where have you been? I know that's what some of you are thinking. Where have you been, lads? What have you been doing? Well, let's explain that, shall we? I got a new job in April, working for the charity Age UK in a local town, which started off as a 3-day job and then became a 4.5-day job in July. So we've been kind of transitioning, haven't we?
Well, you have. Well, yeah, we have, yeah.
And as well as that, things took an upturn for the vegan queens, and we started getting out there and doing kind of live shows at weekends, which is of course when we would normally do those vegan guys videos. So that's where we've been. However, everything's fitting back into place now when we're finding these gaps, and we thought, right, what should we start with? So
we're starting with something we've asked quite a few people over the last few weeks about any questions we could possibly answer to make your life just a little bit easier. Be that vegan, not vegan, all kinds of different things. And over the last couple of weeks, we've basically established some frequently asked questions.
Yeah.
So we've got 6 or 7 questions that we're going to kind of go through. And these are questions that have been asked by more than one person. So these are kind of the frequently asked ones.
Yes.
And of course, if there's any others in the future.
Yeah. So we're not attributing them to anybody. If you look through our comments on YouTube and Facebook, you'll see them. But because the same question's been asked by different people in different ways, we've just kind of... I know. Well, go on.
Okay,
well,
so,
start with question one.
Okay, so, question 1, an obvious one. How did you guys get together? So, do you want to answer this, or should I?
Do you want to?
I'll give this is probably going to be kind of the consistent theme. I'll give the nutshell version. The abridged version, and then you can perhaps elaborate on any bits that you might want to. So how did we get together? We met when we were both studying at college many years ago now. 21 years ago. Paul was studying performing arts.
I know, that's a surprise to everybody.
And I was studying music. And we met at college and became best friends. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Yeah.
That was an easy one.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
No, I just think the elaboration on the fact that we became really good friends first.
Yes.
And then it very slowly transitioned into a relationship, and then our marriage, and here we are 21 years later making YouTube videos. Dreams can come true.
Next question. What's the secret to a long-lasting relationship?
Friends first, and always friends.
That's a good one. That's an obvious one.
Yeah, but I think it's an under
appreciated.
Yeah, and under acknowledged one. Like people go, oh yeah, that's obvious that. But if you think about your relationship with your friends and the kind of things that you talk about with your friends, your close friends, and the things you laugh about and stuff, do you have those same conversations with your partner? And if you don't, why not? Is it because you've put a barrier up there, or is it because you feel like you should act different with your partner? I think getting rid of all of that kind of preconception about how you should be is what's really important, and always being friends, because we're good mates, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know, we make each other laugh. We enjoy each other's company.
Being able to still have a really good giggle, a really good heartfelt laugh, and make each other laugh is awesome after all these years. And I think tied into that, and it's something that I know you've commented on in the past, although we just kind of do it automatically now, is retaining your individuality in a long-term relationship. Try not to become clones of each other. Try and have your own separate things that you enjoy doing. There'll be loads of stuff, hopefully, that you'll enjoy doing together, but don't be afraid, I suppose, of doing things separately as well.
Yeah.
Don't live in each other's back pockets.
I'll never be a guitar playing singer-songwriter. Although I do write songs, I can't play a note except my voice. He'll never be a drag queen. Do you get me?
No, it's never going to happen. No, it's never going to happen. One, I don't really want to shave, and two, I can't walk in heels.
You might drag up occasionally for a party or an event or something, but you'd never be a drag queen, would you?
Drag queen Christmas, possibly Halloween.
Yeah. Go.
Next question. What do you do to keep in shape?
Eat well.
Yeah. For the most part.
Yeah. I mean, we enjoy our food. It just so happens that we both love vegetables and salads, which are the main sides accompaniments to all our meals. And regular gym, even if you have a few weeks where you've been really busy and you've not been able to go, get back on track as soon as you can. Even if it's that going once or twice a week, it makes a big difference. But it's so easy to. We had quite the period, didn't we, where we, it was last year, we went to Kefalonia, had the most amazing holiday. Can't recommend Kefalonia highly enough. Vegan food, oh my goodness. Anyway, we went there. Obviously it didn't work. Well, we did bits, didn't we, like press-ups and stuff while we were there, but only up until like day 3.
Yeah, we didn't do much.
And then we were like, meh. And then we came back and we were still in holiday mode, so we didn't bother going to the gym. Then Christmas came along and we didn't bother going to the gym, and all this time we're eating more. Jason's got a much higher metabolism than me, so manages to keep his shape, even though you might lose muscle mass and cardio, and because all of that gets affected, doesn't it, when you don't go to the gym?
Massively, yeah, big time.
So yeah, it's very easy to slip into those manana. Get back on track soon as we've been twice this week.
Yeah. I haven't got much to add to that really. It is what it is. It's eating well, exercising regularly, and staying motivated. Not beating yourself up too badly if you do slip, but obviously, like Paul said, making sure you try and get back on it as quickly as you can, because you lose it quick.
There's a danger in that, enabling yourself. Oh, I've made another mistake. Oh, no big deal. That's part of the danger zone there. So yeah, don't berate yourself too much, but do berate yourself. You know, don't always say, oh, it doesn't matter, and brush it off. If you're constantly cheating or putting things off, that's a problem for you.
Yeah.
So, you know, you've got to put yourself first.
And we can own that as well, you know.
Absolutely.
There's no way we're perfect.
I just explained all that.
Yeah. Well, you'll know yourself from seeing other videos we've done, and those people who kind of know us will know that we're not perfect, and we're the first ones to admit that, but we do try to practice what we preach, so to speak.
Absolutely.
Cool. Next question. What do you do for fun?
Oof.
Where do we start?
Well, what do we do for fun?
There's the obvious stuff, and then there's the less obvious stuff, so it can maybe be a two-pronged answer. So we both like to be in the outdoors. That's kind of very broad, generic answer. I do appreciate that, but that can just be open space, water, trees, hills, mountains, anything like that. Green
Walking,
space.
swimming, snorkeling, cycling, climbing, hiking.
Yeah.
Sitting, looking, sat sitting, stood standing, as the fabulous Hilda Baker would say.
Hilda Baker.
You stood standing there, looking.
Google Hilda Baker.
No, do.
So yeah, all that stuff. And as Paul said, we enjoy our downtime just as much. So it's not like we are physically active every day and we're out and about and we're outdoorsy and sporty. We do like that. We enjoy that, but we also equally enjoy our downtime, chilling at home, lovely food, a good film on the telly, you know.
Linking that back in for a second to the previous thing about how do you keep fit and stay healthy kind of thing. On the days when what's always made us feel better, when we're not going to the gym, if we've just decided, oh God, it's been a really hard week at work, can't be bothered tonight, we keep putting it off, do something at home. whether it just be 50 sit-ups and I'm talking to the guys here, 20 press-ups, 30 press-ups.
Why are you talking to the guys?
Because guys are the ones mainly that want to do sit-ups, whereas women would, that's just kind of an average thing, would be more on cardio, I think.
Right.
Sit-ups aren't a popular exercise with the ladies.
Well, maybe it should be.
I'd say more pelvic floor,
Oh well.
but that's important for us as well.
Yeah.
Pelvic floor exercises.
So,
Do you know how to do them? Just imagine that you're trying to stop yourself having a wee. Or imagine you're in a lift and you're trying to stop yourself from trumping. That's pelvic floor
we've gone
exercise.
back a question now.
Yeah, it's alright, go on, forward.
So, we were answering the question, what do you do for fun? I think we've pretty much covered that.
Gaming.
Yeah, computer games.
As well, movies.
Yeah.
We both love a good movie.
Yeah.
We both love horror and sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of our favourite, one of our favourite genres, isn't it?
We could do a whole other video just talking about the films that we're into, without obviously spoiling them for people, because you might not have seen
So
certain
you
films.
just say what your favourite films are, right?
Yeah.
You don't say why.
Yeah.
You know?
So fun. We like to socialise, but we're not, if we're honest, we're not massive on socialising. I think we've got a kind of very small cluster of people that we socialise
like
with.
eating out.
Love to eat out. Love to see live music.
Live theatre.
Live theatre. Don't do enough of it. Should probably do
Yeah.
more. We always say this, and obviously that's partly down to finances as well, because it's like, you know, going down to Manchester to see some live music, or to socialise with friends costs money. So yeah.
And I'm a comparer. I'm one of those that's like, right, we're going to spend this much on this night out. That's a week's shopping.
Mhm.
I'm very
Yeah, you are, aren't you?
pragmatic, is that the word? It's not.
No.
It doesn't fit the context.
No, it's
does
not
it?
pragmatic. But you kind of weigh up the pros and the cons, don't you? Just like I weigh up food weight versus price in the supermarket sometimes. Like I'll pick up a vegan product in its packaging and it'll be like £3, and I'll weigh it, I'll be like, that's like
175 grams for £3.
It's not enough. It's not enough for what I'm paying.
He does do this.
Anyway, next question.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Next question is, what made you go vegan? It's another classic, isn't it, really? What made you go vegan? Do you want to answer first? Well, we kind of similar journey, really, isn't it? But you kind of instigated it, so that's why I thought you might want to answer.
Well, I just came home and said we're going vegan, didn't I? Yeah. It was a documentary called Vegucated, as recommended to me by a friend. I said he'd watched this documentary on Netflix called Vegucated about 3 American people who were doing a kind of 6-week vegan challenge, all of them meat eaters, and it was that, and it was I was vegetarian for 20 years, and then I watched this documentary, and the worm was planted, the reality, the truth about the dairy industry and about the egg industry, basically, and then it played on my mind, and I wanted to get this other friend to watch it, which was basically my excuse to watch it again. And I watched it about 4 or 5 days later again with this friend, and that was it. That was the day. I came home, I put a post on Facebook and said, right, who wants all my corn stuff from freezer? Gave it all away, went to Holland and Barrett, which was all I knew how to do, and bought a few things, and we started on our vegan journey, and now in our 5th year.
Yeah. That's pretty much it, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think obviously it helps to be open to it, of course. It helps that you are a really good cook and you've done loads of kind of research and looked into it and make great meals. So we'll get on to further questions, because I think that kind of that will help.
In.
Yeah, it does. It all links in, doesn't it? So next question: isn't it difficult being vegan?
Not at all.
No.
No. The transition is awkward, because you're suddenly having to kind of look at everything in the supermarkets and Your when I very first went vegan, when we very first went vegan, it was very much glass half empty. Look at all these things in the supermarket I can't have now, which was weird because I've never looked at meat and thought that as a vegetarian, but I suddenly felt really deprived as a vegan. But you're going back 5 years, and and back then when I was first kind of transitioning, people were saying, "Oh, you've got it so much better now," and I was thinking, really, where is it so much better? Because we were finding it really difficult for the first few months, and then you kind of get it in your head how to be vegan, and that not everything that you can eat as a vegan is actually marked vegan. Some of the things are marked vegetarian but have no dairy or eggs in them, so by default they're vegan. And so you get very, comfortable with it. And then you live in 2018 where suddenly everybody's got their own vegan range, where Iceland are bringing out a vegan range, where Sainsbury's and Tesco's are suddenly stocking Vivera products and their own stuff as well, like the shroom dogs from Sainsbury's, which are the best vegan sausages I've ever had. So now it's really easy, so easy in fact.
Yeah.
You want burgers, sausages, mincemeat, meatballs, breaded chicken fillets, chicken nuggets, just chicken pieces, beef star pieces, cold sliced beef, cold ham, chicken and mushroom pie, bacon. Yeah, we've got it. It's all there.
And of course, you can eat really cheaply by just kind of focusing on the really kind of healthy, sort of minimal existence. It's like, for us, there's a big thing in the vegan community and within the non-vegan community, which is quite anti meat alternatives, and each to their own, I say, and we say.
Well, they're seen as mainly aimed at the transitionary market.
Yeah.
So that people who are addicted to meat, or psychologically addicted, because you're not physically addicted, it's not possible with meat, can easily transition by finding alternatives. But we have enjoyed those alternatives so much that they've always been a part of our diet. We love our Linda McCartney meat pies. We now love our shroom dogs. Yeah, don't we?
It's all good. It's all good.
Some great stuff out there.
Yeah, easier than it's ever been.
Absolutely.
And eating out easier than it's ever been. It's a win-win. Everybody wins.
Even Wetherspoon's got a vegan menu.
Yeah. Next question. Cool. Okay, so can you give me your number one tip for new vegans?
My number one tip, as the main shopper and cooker in this relationship, so it was me doing all the groundwork at the start, making sure that we had stuff, is to join. Now, this is a multi-layered statement. Join some Facebook groups. You might be able to find some that are vegan supermarket finds specific for the UK. You might find some that are local to your area. So find some vegan groups, especially the supermarket ones, so that if you're struggling finding a particular item, cake mix for example, or egg alternatives, you can type that into a group that you've joined and you'll find loads of posts where it's been discussed so much. There's a lot of new vegans who just go in the groups and say, help me with new milks, and people are always saying, if you'd have just used the search feature, you would have found that there are dozens of these conversations have happened before, and that's where you'll find a treasure trove of information. The Vegan Society website is fantastic. Google, just typing in Vegan Bacon UK, because you fancy a bacon sandwich but you want to go vegan, you'll find all these posts about the best bacon alternatives. And keep it simple. I've always avoided the...
Say one.
What?
Your number one tip for new vegans. You've just given about 10 tips.
Yeah, but they're all LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So I was going to say keep it simple. Like you might find a post in the group, here, make your own carrot bacon with 73 ingredients. Or you'll find, buy fry slicing sausage and cut it really thin.
Yeah.
And fry it.
Yeah.
That's, so keep it simple, don't let, because there's some great people out there who do fantastic things with food. We don't all have the time or the resources for that, so keep it simple.
Yeah, cool. We've got that covered. Next question. Favourite films / music? Lots. We've already referenced before that both of our favourite genres in terms of films is definitely leans more towards sci-fi horror. But yeah, favourite films, a lot of the classics for both of us. Let's think about a few films that we both really, really enjoy. Let's think about the classics. So, Railway Children.
Yeah, the original. Not
Railway
the one
Children.
where Jenny Agutter is the mother.
Which is neither a sci-fi nor a horror.
No.
But it's a classic and it's amazing. So let's just stick with classics for a couple more. Let's think of a couple more.
For me, The Amazing Mr. Blunden.
Yeah, no, I love that film. I do. Yeah, The Amazing Mr. Blunden. Yeah.
Parenthood is a favourite of mine.
Yeah.
Because it's good comedy, stroke, family drama.
Yeah, definitely.
One of my favourite films of all time, and I know Jason respects and admires it too, is Garbo Talks. With Anne Bancroft and Ron Silver and Carrie Fisher. 70s movie.
Yeah.
Amazing, multi-layered film. Completely in love with the character Estelle. Yeah.
Definitely. Love 'em or hate 'em, loved all of the Resident Evil films. I'm slightly biased because I've played the games, but pretty much loved all the Resident Evil films. Love them for what they are. Event Horizon, Sam Neill, sci-fi horror at its best. Love that.
New horrors that we've really got into, although this one's 14 years ago now. Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, sorry, the 2004 remake.
Yeah.
Personally, to me, one of the best horror films ever made, and definitely the best zombie film ever made.
Yeah.
For me personally, just love it. Strong female, blonde lead. What do you want?
Yeah, agreed. Amazing film, great film. Not as many standout great sci-fi horror films over the last few years. It Follows. We both loved. I know there's plenty of people who don't really enjoy it for whatever reason. Maybe it's a little bit too teen, but we love the nostalgia aspect of the film as well. Highly recommend watching
in
that.
80s.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Music, kind of everything nowadays. I was very linear in my music tastes in my late teens and early 20s, but definitely much broader taste for music as I've got older, but still lean very much towards kind of rock, blues, rock, alternative, folk, a little bit, yeah. But I'm thinking of the last few albums that we bought that kind of stand out in terms of you and me, in terms of music we listen to.
Last few albums we've bought are, well, you want the new Tenacious D one, don't you? Because I've got the other two.
Yeah, but that's been out ages. Yeah, Tenacious D.
I think the latest album that I bought was The Greatest Showman.
Greatest Showman soundtrack. Yeah, amazing. Amazing.
And the album before that was Barbra Streisand Encore. Because I'm a bit of a fan of the Babs.
She's fabulous though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's my one if I couldn't listen to anybody else ever again, if I could only choose one artist to listen to, it would be Barbra Streisand.
Yeah.
For me personally.
Heavier stuff, Metallica. Less heavier stuff, Sting, The Police. Ben Folds 5. Foo Fighters. Muse. There's loads.
Yeah, and for me it's like my playlist on my phone is massively eclectic. I might hear a song on an advert and think, oh my god, that's a beautiful version of that song, or a beautiful song I've never heard before, and then I'm looking it up to get the artist. So I'm very much a single track admirer when it comes to general. I will very rarely buy an album of an artist and even like all the tracks. I might love to and be meh with the rest, except when it comes to Streisand, because she could sing the phone book and I'd buy it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and show music for me. I'm a big musical theatre person. Although, you know, I like some rock as well. Yeah. We've influenced each other.
Yeah.
Haven't we, over the years?
That's part of being in a relationship, though, isn't it? You know, when we first got together, I was very much just rock music. That was kind of all I listened to, with a few kind of other minor influences, but that was my go-to stuff.
And I was Kylie, Madonna and Barbara.
Yeah. So we have influenced each other, but in a great way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last question for this particular video. Quite a tricky one to answer this, I think.
Go on.
Where's your best place to eat out? It's a difficult one for me to answer, to be fair.
Well, no, because it's difficult because when we do eat out, there's a good. We've got so much of a range of places now.
Yeah.
We would either go to Zzz's in Manchester, which is pizza.
Italian.
I think we've only been to Pizza Express once, haven't we, and had the vegan menu, and it was alright.
Yeah, it was okay.
But Zzz's is better for pizza.
Yeah.
Molino Lounge or any of the lounges.
The lounges. Yeah, this is UK, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lotus Vegetarian Kitchen, which is in Manchester, and most of the stuff on the menu is vegan. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Pretty much anywhere in the Northern Quarter, in Manchester, daytime or evenings, there's something good to go at.
V-Rev Diner, Earth Cafe.
Yeah.
Cafe Earth is one of our
Cafe
favourites,
Earth, yeah.
And every other Thursday when I'm on Gadio, we have Go Falafel. We have a big falafel wrap. That's like our fortnightly treat.
Piccadilly Gardens. Probably, actually, in terms of the vegan community, particularly, obviously, Greater Manchester, maybe Go Falafel's kind of a little bit of a kind of hidden, something you might not necessarily think about, but for something quick on the go that's quite cheap and really tasty, it's brilliant. Other parts of the country, we've eaten in some nice places. We tend to find wherever we travel now, we usually can find somewhere decent to eat.
Carmani in Northampton.
Carmana. In Northampton. Absolutely amazing.
Tea is incredible.
I keep seeing them share stuff on their social media, and we're like, "You're in Northampton."
Green's Vegetarian Cafe in
Hebden Bridge. Yeah, absolutely.
These
amazing.
are all regular spots. Although we don't eat out massively regularly, if we're going to go to Hebden Bridge, we'll go to Green's.
90% of the time. Yeah. But yeah, so loads of places.
Yeah.
We haven't really got one go-to exclusive favourite place to eat, to be honest. But you know what? That's cool, because it kind of, spread the love around and support all of these establishments, those that are totally vegan and those that are making strides in the right direction and are being inclusive and really adapting with the times and getting stuff on the menu.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's a great thing to see, and we're seeing it everywhere. So there's people that are going in and choosing vegan options when they're not even vegan, which is even better. So yeah, it's great. So those are the questions for today. This has turned into probably quite a lengthy video.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, hope you've enjoyed it.
Oh, let's talk just very quickly about our next video, because a few people have said to me, especially when you first tell them that you're vegan, and they go, Well, what do you eat? Which is a strange question, because it's more about what I don't eat. That's the pinpoint. But I think we're going to do a video of what we eat over 7 days. It'll be a very short breakfast segment because we have the same thing every morning, so we'll just show that the once.
Yeah.
But then I'm going to do, and lunches as well, because when I do our lunch for work, it's pretty much the same thing, but it's our evening meals.
Yeah.
I think over 7 days we eat quite diverse, interesting food, and it'd be good to just give a snapshot of that. So that might be our next video.
Well,
and
a few people have said, have suggested like a day in the life of the vegan guys. So that's kind of like an extension of that, isn't it? Really, it's like it's not a day in the life of, but it's kind of like a week of what we would eat.
What do you eat? What?
Yeah. So that'd be cool.
Yeah. Are we done?
Yeah. Yeah.
No more questions.
No, we said that. All the questions
Oh,
are done.
somebody did say, "Why are you two so awesome?" We didn't include that. I don't know really. I think we're all awesome, aren't we? Human beings, when we've got our heads switched on, we're all awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Kiss you. Mwah, I love you.
Love you.
And we love you, of course. So please take care of yourselves and be excellent to each other. And we'll see you very soon with a new video.